how do we qualify for American Express credit cards? Okay, we're done talking about the checking account. We're done talking about the business checking account. I put it in there because I want you all to understand that there's other things that American Express offers that most people don't know about. Their business checking account is probably one of the best business checking accounts for somebody brand new in business or that wants a very simplified, streamlined process, especially with 60,000 MR points on the table for having an account balance of $5,000 for 60 days and then doing 10 transactions within that 60 days. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So how do we qualify for the cards? Okay. I say, people don't say this, but I say you need a 720 credit score and Experian. I've seen as low as 700. I've heard stories of 680. I've heard stories of 660. These are not the norm. Okay. I like to play it safe. I have a high risk tolerance, but to get my credit, I'm very conservative. What does that mean? I'm not disputing inquiries on open accounts. You know, I'm not going to, take somebody's thing where they say you need a 700 credit score. I'm going to go for 720. Okay. I'm going to be very conservative in my data points. So that way I make sure I get the credit. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay. So 720 credit score and Experian, as low as 700 I've seen. Okay. I say what I've seen works best for many people that do funding is that you have at least 3 revolving trade lines on your account. So, ladies and gentlemen, does that mean American Express is your first business card? No. Does that mean it's your second business card? Second credit card? No. It should be your third or higher. And I would actually say it should be the last card you go for. You say, why? I'm going to tell you why, okay, in a minute. So no late payments or charge-offs. So American Express is not new inquiry sensitive, which is good, right? So what does that mean? You could run a bunch of inquiries and get this last because they're not new inquiry sensitive. American Express is not new account sensitive. They're not so much new account sensitive either, okay? What they are sensitive about is, do you have a late payment? Do you have a charge-off? Do you have a negative on your credit report? They are more worried about the negatives than your little inquiries and new accounts. They're okay with that. They got AI. They got some of the best AI in fintech right now, period. They even have a rat team. So those of you guys that make YouTube videos, be very careful what you say about American Express, because they can look up who you are and they can report you to the rat team. They call it the rat team. And yeah, they can bucket you. They can put you in a manual review. They could discontinue services with you if they want. This is a real deal. Okay, so if you are doing credit videos, make sure that you're very conscious about what you put out about American Express, because they will look you up. I promise you. I have story after story, and some of them I'm not at liberty to talk about because I've talked directly to American Express people within internally, and some interesting things that I found out for sure. Now, because it's not new account sensitive, this should be one of your later cards that you go for in your funding round. You only know what you know. If I would have had the Radikal Marketer mentorship, I would have probably paid 5 times the amount that you guys paid for it. Here's the deal, because we're learning so much that you just don't know about. I tell everybody this: I started repairing my credit at the age of 30. I'm 36. Well, how did you learn how to repair your credit? YouTube. I went to YouTube University. It's so funny. I went back to YouTube University to teach people from what I learned from, right? Ask Sebi, Credit Shifu, Brian Zhang, those were the guys, right? Now they're big on chase cards. I shot myself in the foot. I got a bunch of credit cards because I wanted limits. I got a bunch of store cards. I did it the wrong way because I watched a bunch of silly YouTubers saying, hey, get this limit with this store card and get this. I was full of store cards. I was full of Discover, Capital One. It was a mess, right? It was a mess. I didn't really know what I was doing. And some of you guys are in the same boat. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't rush it. Do it right. Don't rush it. Do it right. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. American Express will be there for you. What I would do is do I'll be honest with you, I would do a secured credit card like a Discover secured card that unsecures, a Navy Federal secured card that unsecures. That way that card is going to unsecure. I can raise the limits on those cards and then I could really maximize that one inquiry and one new account. I know it's not sexy. I know it's coming in on the long game, but I'm telling you what, if I can get a Navy Federal, you know, and secured card, unsecures in 3 months, 4 months, okay, and then I get a credit limit increase on top of it, well, my first credit line could be $12,000, right? And then 90 days from that, I could raise it up to 25,000. Okay, that's how you do it right. Okay, it takes time though, because people are in a hurry. They want a microwave credit report. But that would be one way that you could really maximize the Navy Federal play. Another way you could do it is with Discover. Okay, you take this care of Discover, Discover will take care of you. And then your third card could be a Chase card, right? Specifically a business card. So you could do a Chase business card because that won't even count towards, 524. Okay. So the 524 rule with Chase is saying you can't have more than 5 revolving accounts. That means lines of credit. That means credit cards, anything that is revolving every single month on your personal credit file. That is what goes in the 524 rule. Okay. So you want to really be careful to protect that if you want to work with Chase. If you have no business or no desire to work with Chase, then forget what I'm saying right now. But I'm here to tell you that Chase has some of the best business credit cards with big lines of credit. That's where I messed up. I still don't have a Chase card. Okay. I'm going to have a Chase card. I'm going to have the Chase In cards and the Chase Business Hyatt card. But when you like your second card, your third card, you could literally go for a business card as a sole proprietor. You could, or you could start, you could start building, you could start really leveraging credit, right? If I'd have known this stuff, it'd have been game over. Okay. But I say to get a business card with Chase because you can get a ton of business cards with Chase and it never go against your 524 rule. And then if you want to get the Sapphire or whatever, then you can get that. Get the business cards first, right? Because you want to have cards that don't report to your personal credit, right? There's a lot of 0% offers with Chase on the business side. Chase Inc card, maybe there's a 0% offer. Boom. Got that for 18 months, 12 months, 6 months, whatever the case is. You can max it out. Doesn't hurt your credit, right? You can put it into, you can liquidate it, all types of things, but you just got to know how to play the game smart. Okay. And so that's what I would do. And then go to the personal side. Like I said, American Express is going to be there. And what I talk about here, you'll really understand that here in a minute. So let's talk about the personal cards for a minute. This is one of my favorite cards with American Express. I have it. It's called the Hilton Aspire card. It's their top tier card. It actually comes with complimentary diamond status, which is the highest status for Hilton. Now, it's got a hefty annual fee, but it's got a lot of rewards to it. Okay. We're going to kind of go over that in a minute. But once you're a Hilton Diamond member, you can status match into other hotel chains. So there's just a lot of different perks that come with these statuses. For example, I'm getting ready to be a globalist with Hyatt, for example. And if anybody's traveled with Hyatt outside of the country, they know how amazing Hyatt is. World class. If you have the club access, you have unlimited drinks and food, world class breakfast in the morning, 4 o'clock checkouts, right? Things like that. Hilton is very good as well, right? And this is their top tier card. And for the longest time, I would be strictly Hilton. Now I'm Hyatt, but I use this card all the time. It comes with a high credit limit. It does have a high annual fee of $450, but you get 14 points on hotels and resorts. So you use this card at a hotel, you get 14x points that, plus whatever your status is for it as well. Okay. Then if you start using this through shopping portals, and you need to watch the travel hacking video for that, but we'll talk about that again. Basically, you buy through shopping portals. American Airlines has shopping portals. You buy through an American Airlines shopping portal. Well, now you get loyalty points towards status with American Airlines, right? Or Rakuten or Alaska Airlines, Delta, whatever the case is. So many people forget to put the Chrome browser on their Chrome. So when they're shopping, they just forget about it. But I'm always shopping through my Chrome browser. So I take my card, whenever I go to a website, the Chrome browser pops up, I say activate, and then I just shop like normal, but I get reward points from my credit card and I get reward points from the shopping portal. Okay. 7X on travel, right? And you can kind of look through everything of what travel is. On dining, 7X as well. So eating out, takeout, whatever. It's just a really good travel card. And then if you're also using Hilton a lot, It's really good. They also have this thing right here that know if you're approved with no credit score impact. That's really good as well. They're really taking that model that Apple did with Goldman Sachs and telling you if you're pre-qualified before you actually ever get anything dinged, which I really, really love as well.